The Department for Work and Pensions (DWP) has confirmed that £210 state pension payments will begin to be distributed this week, marking a significant development in the UK's ongoing efforts to support its ageing population. This announcement has sent ripples through communities across the nation as millions of pensioners prepare to receive this much-needed financial boost. The timing of this payout is particularly noteworthy, coming as it does amidst a period of economic turbulence and rising living costs that have left many older citizens struggling to make ends meet. The £210 payment represents more than just a numerical figure. It symbolises the government's commitment to ensuring the financial well-being of its senior citizens. For many pensioners, this additional sum could mean the difference between heating their homes adequately during the colder months or being able to afford nutritious meals without having to make difficult sacrifices in other areas of their lives. The DWP's decision to implement these payments reflects a growing awareness of the challenges faced by the elderly in an increasingly expensive world. To fully understand the impact of this £210 payment, it's essential to consider the broader context of the UK's state pension system. The state pension has long been a cornerstone of retirement planning for millions of Britons, providing a foundational income upon which additional private pensions and savings can be built. However, in recent years there has been mounting concern that the state pension alone is insufficient to meet the needs of retirees, particularly as life expectancy continues to increase and the cost of living rises at a pace that often outstrips pension increments. The introduction of this £210 payment can be seen as an acknowledgement of these concerns and an attempt to address the gap between pension provisions and actual living costs. It's worth noting that this payment is not a permanent increase to the state pension, but rather a one-time boost designed to provide immediate relief to pensioners. This approach allows the government to offer support without committing to long-term increases that might strain public finances in the future. One of the key questions surrounding this payment is how it will be distributed and who exactly will be eligible to receive it. The DWP has stated that the payments will be made automatically to those who qualify, meaning that eligible pensioners will not need to apply or take any action to receive the funds. This automatic distribution system is designed to ensure that the money reaches those who need it most, without creating additional bureaucratic hurdles that might deter some individuals from claiming their entitlement. Eligibility for the £210 payment is expected to be based on criteria similar to those used for other pensioner benefits. This typically includes factors such as age, residency status, and whether an individual is already in receipt of the state pension. While the exact details of eligibility have not been fully disclosed, it's likely that the payment will be targeted at those on lower incomes or those receiving pension credit, which is an income-related benefit designed to top up the state pension for the most financially vulnerable retirees. The timing of these payments is particularly significant, coming as they do at the start of the week. This strategic decision by the DWP ensures that pensioners will have access to these funds as they begin their weekly budgeting and planning. For many, this additional £210 will provide a welcome buffer, allowing for a bit more flexibility in their spending decisions and potentially alleviating some of the stress associated with managing tight finances. It's important to consider the broader economic implications of this payment scheme. Injecting millions of pounds into the pockets of pensioners across the country is likely to have a stimulative effect on local economies. Pensioners, who often spend a higher proportion of their income on goods and services compared to younger demographics, may use this extra money to make purchases they've been postponing or to engage more fully in their communities. This could lead to a welcome boost for local businesses, particularly in areas with higher concentrations of retirees. However, the £210 payment also raises questions about the long-term sustainability of the UK's pension system. While one-time payments can provide immediate relief, they do not address the underlying issues that many argue are inherent in the current state pension structure. Critics might argue that such payments are a stopgap measure that fails to tackle the more fundamental challenges of ensuring pensioners have a stable and sufficient income throughout their retirement years. The announcement of these payments has also sparked a broader debate about intergenerational fairness and the allocation of resources across different age groups. Some younger workers, many of whom are facing their own financial challenges such as high housing costs and stagnant wages, may question why additional funds are being directed towards pensioners. This highlights the delicate balancing act that policymakers must perform in addressing the needs of different segments of society while maintaining a sense of equity and fairness. It's worth examining how this £210 payment fits into the larger tapestry of support provided to pensioners in the UK. In addition to the state pension, many older citizens benefit from other forms of assistance, such as winter fuel payments, free bus passes, and subsidised healthcare. The introduction of this new payment suggests that the government recognises that these existing measures may not be sufficient in the current economic climate, characterised by high inflation and rising energy costs. The energy crisis, in particular, has hit pensioners hard, with many facing the difficult choice between heating and eating. The £210 payment, while not explicitly tied to energy costs, could provide some relief in this area. It might allow pensioners to turn up their heating without fear of unmanageable bills, or to invest in energy-efficient appliances that could help reduce their costs in the long run. As news of the £210 payment spreads, it's likely to generate a range of responses from different stakeholders. Pensioner advocacy groups are likely to welcome the move, seeing it as a positive step towards recognising the financial pressures faced by older citizens. However, they may also use this opportunity to push for more comprehensive reforms to the pension system, arguing that one-time payments, while helpful, are not a substitute for a pension that keeps pace with the true cost of living. Political reactions to the payment are also likely to be mixed. The government will undoubtedly present this as evidence of its commitment to supporting vulnerable groups in society. Opposition parties, while potentially supporting the principle of additional help for pensioners, may criticise the timing or scale of the payments or argue that they represent an admission of failure in broader pension policy. Financial experts and economists will be closely watching the rollout of these payments and analysing their impact. Some may argue that while the £210 boost is welcome, it risks fueling inflation if not carefully managed. Others might see it as a necessary measure to prevent pensioners from falling into poverty, which could have more significant long-term costs for society and the economy. The international context is also relevant when considering these payments. Many developed countries are grappling with the challenges of aging populations and the strain this places on public finances. The UK's approach of providing targeted, one-time payments may be watched closely by other nations as they seek to balance the needs of their elderly citizens with broader economic considerations. It's crucial to consider how this £210 payment fits into the wider landscape of social policy and welfare reform in the UK. In recent years, there has been a trend towards more targeted forms of support, moving away from universal benefits towards those aimed at specific groups deemed to be in greatest need. This payment could be seen as an extension of that approach, providing additional support to a particular demographic at a time of heightened economic pressure. The implementation of these payments also raises questions about the administrative capabilities of the DWP. Distributing millions of individual payments accurately and efficiently is no small task, and the success or failure of this initiative will likely be judged not just on its intent but on its execution. Any significant errors or delays in payment could undermine public confidence in the system and potentially negate some of the positive impacts the government hopes to achieve. As pensioners begin to receive their £210 payments, it will be important to monitor how this additional income is used. While the government may hope that it will be spent in ways that stimulate the economy, the reality is that many recipients may choose to save the money or use it to pay off existing debts. Understanding these patterns of behaviour could provide valuable insights for future policy decisions regarding pension support and economic stimulus measures. The announcement of these payments also serves as a reminder of the importance of financial planning and literacy, particularly as people approach retirement age. While £210 is a significant sum for many, it also underscores the need for individuals to take proactive steps to secure their financial future beyond relying solely on state support. This could potentially spark renewed interest in pension savings schemes and financial education initiatives aimed at ensuring people are better prepared for their retirement years. As the week progresses and the £210 payments begin to reach pensioners across the UK, their impact will start to become more tangible. Personal stories are likely to emerge, painting a picture of how this additional money is affecting real lives. These narratives could range from heartwarming tales of pensioners being able to afford small luxuries or necessary repairs, to more sobering accounts of how even this extra sum is insufficient to meet the challenges some are facing. The media will play a crucial role in shaping public perception of these payments. How the story is framed and which voices are amplified could significantly influence the wider debate about pension policy and support for the elderly. It will be important for journalists and commentators to provide balanced coverage, exploring both the immediate benefits of the payments and the broader questions they raise about long-term pension sustainability. Looking ahead, the introduction of these £210 payments may set a precedent for future interventions. If they are seen as successful in providing meaningful support to pensioners, there may be calls for similar measures to be implemented on a regular basis or extended to other vulnerable groups. Conversely, if the payments are perceived as insufficient or poorly targeted, it could strengthen arguments for more fundamental reforms to the pension system. In conclusion, the DWP's confirmation of £210 state pension payments starting this week represents a significant moment in the ongoing dialogue about how best to support the UK's ageing population. While these payments will undoubtedly provide welcome relief to many pensioners struggling with rising living costs, they also raise important questions about the long-term sustainability of the pension system, intergenerational fairness, and the role of government in providing financial support to its citizens. As the payments are distributed and their effects begin to be felt, policymakers, economists, and society at large will be watching closely, seeking insights that could shape the future of pension policy in the UK and beyond.